Larsa. We're lucky. The island is full of hostile orc warriors, goblins too. The temple is riddled with their tunnels. Sadly, their hate is justified. Wizards created orcs for shock troops during the War of the Blood Moon, fusing demon blood with human flesh.
They won't take kindly to our presence.
The beach looks clear of orcs, milady.
Hopefully we can avoid them, though they're very protective of the temple. Come on, let's go.
Hey YouTubers, Max18363 here. This is part 8 of my Dark Messiah playthrough on hard difficulty with narration.
Sareth, quickly!
Chapter 5, Temple Island.
Milady.
This man is wounded. See to him.
At once, milady.
What happened here?
Orcs came from the temple, drove us out, blocked the entrance. Some men are still trapped and said they saw a Paukai.
Haukai? He's delirious too. Please help Sareth. They'll be fighting ahead.
What's a Paukai?
A degenerate dragon, but they don't live around here. Eleth help us if one does. Come on. We must get rid of those orcs.
Warriors! Hunters! The spider goddess has spoken. These thieves and demon friends must not despoil her sanctuary. Remember our oaths, our ancestors, for the clan, for the blood.
So you technically have some assistants for this part of the game. You know, Liana and the mage that's with her will kind of follow you around and stuff, but it's better to leave them behind.
Come to beach today. Humans on boat. Just told me many human. Not so many. Looked strong. Heroes. Orcs kill wizards. Orcs kill gods. Orcs kill heroes too. Island is Orc's island. Temple is Orc temple. Humans not welcome. No. Humans welcome. Humans good for Cyclops food.
Though Liana can sort of hold her own one-on-one against groups, she'll pretty quickly get swarmed, and if Liana dies, it's game over. Or you go back to your last, save point or whatever. So I like to just leave her behind, especially if you want to take the stealthy approach like me. It just makes it a lot easier. What you're about to see here is probably, this level is slightly glitchy, and you're probably going to see one of the most random deaths ever. I'm guessing he had some kind of heart attack or something here. Just watch. Yeah, he walks into a crate and he drops dead. Go figure that one out. It was really my Jedi powers. No, it wasn't. But no, this is chapter 5, and I mentioned in the last video that this is where the difficulty of the game definitely starts to spike, as the orcs, that's who we're fighting now, are innumerably tougher than the sort of necromancer blackguards that we were fighting in previous levels. The orcs are very tough, very fierce opponents.
He want to be shaman. Guzrat, not good for shaman. Bah, Guzrat only care about Guzrat. Shaman must care about whole tribe. Who want Guzrat to be shaman? Guzrat say many orcs want Guzrat shaman. Wonder who many orcs is. If me warrior name many orcs, take his head. Then only one vote for Guzrat, not two.
Normally, even on normal modes, these guys are pretty tough. You do notice the jump in difficulty, but in hard mode it just gets a bit silly. A single hit from one of these guys can take away over half of your health. So basically 2 hits and you're dead unless you heal yourself or potions or whatever. Power attack, that's if they attack you with, put a bit of mustard into it, put a bit of oomph into a power attack. If your health isn't quite maximum, 1 power attack and you're dead. And they can take a ton of damage themselves, so it's just a hell of a lot easier to stealth your way through this if you've just got the patience to just wait a little bit. It did take me a few, I played through this part a few times actually, trying to figure out the timings and who's where. I didn't get it perfect. I do get caught. I actually get killed off as well, but that gets, I edit that out. But it's not perfect, but I think I do a reasonable job. I managed to stealth pretty much all the orcs. There's usually always about 6 orcs at first, once you kill the last one off. 2 of which are kind of like on these rooftops, by the way. Nice little decoy there. Once you kill the first 6, usually 3 more orcs will spawn into the area. Now, on this occasion, I'm not quite sure why, if the game glitched or what, only 2 actually spawned. I don't know what happened to the 3rd one. Not that I'm complaining. But, if you want to stealth your way through this bit, which is easier, then if you just kind of take them out in the order that I'm doing it, it seems to be the best approach, I think. I wasn't narrating the very last part of the last video, but you've probably seen me use some of my hard-earned skill points. I do get caught here, but it's fine. I just go and hide, and it's fine for a few seconds. I used some of my hard-earned skill points, and I take stealth level 3. This is what I've been saving up for. So stealth level 3 more or less makes me invisible. You've probably noticed as I've been playing, the little crosshair on the screen there kind of has a little circle round about it that sometimes some of it lights up. By default, only about 3/4 of it can actually be activated. I mean, usually the more lit up it is, the more hidden you are. So if there's no indicators at all, then you basically stand out like a sore thumb. If there's one portion of your circle's lit up, you'll probably still get seen pretty easily. You're still pretty easy to see. If there's 2 lit up, yeah, you're reasonably well hidden now. I mean, there's still a good chance you could get spotted, unless you can find somewhere good to hide. But you're starting to get a little more hidden now. 3, you are pretty well hidden now. The enemies need to get pretty close to actually see you, but if you activate the last one, stealth level 3 gives you the cloak ability, which, like I say, makes you basically invisible, and now means that the 4th segment can light up, and if it's fully lit up, like a full circle, you are basically a ghost shadow. I mean, you're just completely invisible, and the enemies can only really spot you if they bump right into you, pretty much, or if you make a sudden noise, obviously. So it is a really powerful ability, actually. I can't stress it enough how good it is. If you're wearing the assassin's garb like I am, obviously that increases your stealth a little bit more. When you get the Master Thief outfit, little edit there. When you get the Master Thief outfit, which you don't get until a good bit into the game, that increases your stealth even more, so you're even more invisible, and it's just such a powerful ability. So that's why I've been kind of neglecting my combat skills and archery and all the rest of it, because I've been saving up my points for stealth. But it's going to pay off, because it should make some parts of this game a heck of a lot easier. Because I can basically just disappear into the shadows. Like I say, there are some chapters in this game that are just tailored for stealth. That makes it so much easier. That combined with your backstab ability, it just makes you very powerful. But obviously you need to have a patient approach. You need to wait. I mean, it's not a dedicated stealth game like Thief or anything like that, but there are still some stealth mechanics in place there. But that's what's cool about this. So you can see it's fully lit up there. That means I'm invisible, more or less. But it's kind of cool, this game, because you need to, you need to kind of focus more on your skill points in a particular area. So I've been saving up all these points so that I can put up my stealth abilities, but I've had to neglect like combat and stuff like that because the orcs carry, most of the orcs carry a sword called the Cleaver, a big chunky clunky weapon, which is a good sword. I mean, it's at this point in the game it's the most powerful sword that you can use. I mean, it deals out a good chunk of damage. However, you do need to be a powerhouse to actually use it. It requires a strength rating level 2. So that's like 14 skill points to get to that point. So it takes a while to save that up.
Sareth, we need to find a way inside.
So I could have put the points into that and I could use the powerful sword, but then I wouldn't have these awesome stealth abilities. So you can see how you've got to weigh things up and decide, right, what do I want here, what do I need? And to be fair, it is something that to an extent Skyrim does lack a little bit, I think. But that's a separate game, I won't get into that. But, you know, I just think it's cool how you have to earn skill points and you have to decide what skills you want to take, because you can't take everything, there just isn't enough. And I just love the choices that it forces you to make.
Broken, and if I blast it, every orc on the island will hear. Could you find a tunnel underneath that would get us in?
So, you know, the next little bit's kind of annoying. You kind of fight this little group of facehugger type
I
things.
think this is how Duncan got us in last time.
Don't you get tired of running her errands? Oh well, I guess this Liana is useful as long as she gets us to the Skull of Shadows.
I mean, the game does force you into combat from time to time.
There should be a way in, over here.
Ah, alone at last.
There must be a switch of some kind around here.
And unfortunately, there's just no way that you can stealth through this pit. You kind of have to deal with them. So the only easy approach that I could figure out was just to get my daggers and circle strafe, and just keep attacking while circle strafing. Once I filled up my adrenaline bar, get my sword out, do a few instant kills, and then just rinse and repeat. It's kind of annoying, but you'll get there.
Filthy little brutes. Hungry too. You've become quite the killer, haven't you? You won't be needing that bow. Go ahead and take it. I'm sure it'll be useful.